Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey, yo.
And Terrence.
What's up?
Oh, my God. All right, so we are back. This episode, there is, in fact, plenty to talk about, unlike last week. A little bit checked out. Science and Tech is back. Lightning round, of course, movie and TV. No question of the week. Sorry about that. And What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD, which I will fill in later. And one trailer for a new Apple series that's coming out. So checked out this week. I started watching the Purge series. Look, I like these movies. They're dumb and don't make any sense. But I see this as the future of our political discourse. So that's fine. The series is on USA, which ever since they started doing Mr. Robot, they've started taking series pretty seriously, which is wild. This series is done by all the same guys who do the movies. So it doesn't feel wildly different because it's a different writing staff. It's still done, a lot of the episodes are written by the guy who has done all the Purge movies, something Demonico, I can't remember his first name. It's a lot. It's basically each season, it's getting ready to have a second season, but the entire season is one Purge night, right?
One Purge night?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, at least the first episode is the countdown to the Purge. And then, from my understanding, the rest of the season is all just the Purge itself. They're 45-minute episodes.
I wonder how you're going to sustain that.
Well, so here's the thing. There are multiple stories going on, right? It's not just one perspective. So in this season so far, there seems to be 3 stories. There is 3, actually, maybe a 4th story kind of started up recently. So it's a guy looking for his sister. They are from a family that was a part of the Staten Island, the first Purge. They were kids at the time. And then their parents were taking advantage of, hey, sign off on this, and you get the money and all this other stuff. And they saw their parents get killed, right? Oh. So the brother went and joined the military, and the sister just got severely fucked up, and so she joined a cult that drives around on Purge night, sacrificing themselves to make the country a better place, right? They're fucking nuts. So she's a part of that cult. So he's trying to find her and save her, right? Mm-hmm. There is a story of these people in this corporation who are this black woman who is she's a partner in this firm, and what it seems to be indicating is that she paid somebody to kill her boss on Purge night, who happens to be Stephen Baldwin, I think, which is fine. Yeah. If it was Billy Baldwin, I would 100% support it, but in real life. But I think it's Stephen Baldwin. And so while she's at her job during Purge night working on this big contract or whatever with all these people there all protected, she snuck down to pay this person to go and kill him. Right. So that's all happening. And then there's some shit in her office going on too. Then there's a couple, this rich couple who runs a business. They are brought into this party with the new founding fathers party, right? So they're brought into this party and they're trying to get money for their business and everything else. And so they're seeing the super rich, entitled politician side of it, right? And all the fucked up shit in there. And then there's a crazy guy who you don't know who he is. He's wearing a mask. He's basically going around being the Punisher, trying to save people. But he's a fucking lunatic too. So those 4 stories are happening simultaneously throughout the season. And no one episode just focuses on one story. It focuses on all of them. So it's pretty, it's pretty interesting.
24 or it's an hour an episode or what?
More or less, I suppose so. They don't count down like that, but more or less, I think that's what they're kind of doing.
So that's fine and all. Is next season going to be another Purge night?
I suppose so. I don't think it's the same people.
Because this would be a very good opportunity to flesh out this world and really figure out how, what happens
the day, the minute after.
Yes, what happens after the Purge?
We're done.
This would be a good opportunity to flesh out this actual world instead of focusing solely on Death Night.
Well, and that's the thing is from my understanding, the rest of this episode or the rest of the season is just on the Purge. I could be wrong about that, but what's interesting is that what they are doing, where this show actually works almost better as a show than it does a movie, right? Because the movie is just like murder, murder, murder. But like what this does is like, to spoil it a little bit, this season's been out for a while. Like the one about the corporation and the woman who's trying to kill the guy, like she's got 2 staff members who work for her who are vying to be partner. Right, and they're both like, no, like we fuck around with each other about competition, but like we're actually cool. Yeah, and right, and the woman and the guy, like they start, like they clearly are interested in each other, and like so, like they're like, yeah, we're rivals, but like I kind of want to fuck you, kind of thing. And then you find out like the one chick was bullshitting him and fucking murders the guy.
Yeah, of course,
right? She fucking murders the guy, but she murders him in the corporate building. And she kills him with like a fucking pair of scissors, and it's pretty fucking awful. But she says to her boss, who finds her, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, "So, can I have my promotion now? Like, he's out of the way." So there's like no thought of like, no, you did a capital fucking murder. It's like, yeah, but that's legal. But can I get my money back? Like, and so she's like fucked up.
What do you do the next day?
Cutthroat business, right?
Right, right. Like, so how does that affect? Like, you can't. Can you not give her the fucking promotion if she deserves it?
I mean,
like based on a crime,
so it was legal,
right? Exactly.
Like I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to dig into that kind of stuff because that's interesting.
Yeah,
like the last episode should be
the day after.
The day after, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the entire season,
right?
Like the next 2, like the last 2 or what?
Like how does this like all those stories sound interesting, right?
Right.
What happens tomorrow?
Yeah.
No,
like,
everybody go back to work.
Right.
No, let's go back.
Well, Karen, I can't punish you, but I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you the promotion. Oh, okay. I'll remember that in 364 days.
I'ma kill your ass.
Like, what the fuck?
Like the idea of the Purge is not lost on me. Like I get the what the story is trying to say and they're doing it in the most ludicrous, like intentionally extreme way possible. I get that. I want to know how the world works. That's it. That's my only thing with the Purge, yo.
Yeah.
Like, how does the rest of the world work?
And again, like I'm just looking at the like little captions later in the season, and it doesn't say episode 10 is like the next day. So maybe that's half the episode. I don't know. But yeah, I agree.
If you watch that and you tell me there are repercussions that happen
there should be
after the Purge, then I'll watch it because I'm curious to find out, what the hell happened to Karen now that she fucking slit Steve's throat.
I think his name was Steve, actually. Like, it's actually kind of funny. Yeah, she straight murdered that dude. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, so there's some interesting things. Like I have to say, and the rich politician people are fucked up. Like they all have like the like eyes wide shut kind of masks, right? Yeah. They all have them at the party, but they're all fucking serial killers. They're just like, yeah, these were the first people to purge. I'm like, you're all fucking insane. Go to jail, all of you. So yeah, like I'm a sucker for that series. It's dumb as shit, but I'm a sucker for it. Did you guys do any checked out?
No. Oh, I watched that.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Yeah, it was all right.
How was Will Smith?
He was Will Smith.
Is that a good thing for you or no? Ha
ha. Yeah, it was like he was like it's exactly what I thought it would be. This is just Will Smith playing Genie. Yeah. I mean, it was cool. I mean, like I like the cartoon, and like it doesn't compare to the cartoon, but
yeah,
it was fine.
None of them do really, right?
Yeah,
they can't. I mean, they really just can't. Like it's like
it was really close. Jafar was not nearly as good as the cartoon.
No, I can't imagine.
I don't think you can possibly.
Like, I saw a picture of that guy, and I'm like, you ain't no Jafar.
Yeah, Jafar, nah.
He looks like a male model.
Can you roll Can you roll your R's and say street rat? Like, nah,
he did none of that.
Well, of course.
But you gotta put a little bit of racism on that one, right?
Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but it ain't the cartoon.
I have almost no interest across the board in seeing any of these. I
wanted to see it because of Will Smith, and yeah,
you got exactly what you want.
You got Will Smith. Yeah, that's what you got. Like,
I feel like
you literally Hitch.
But I feel like he probably did a pretty good job. The talk,
like again, he was
good.
fine, but like
I heard some of the music.
You said what was good?
I heard some of the music.
No, you ain't never met a friend like me. No, I don't want to be your friend. Nigga.
Did it not work?
Nah,
it ain't
really.
the same.
Not
man.
really.
It ain't the same.
But again, those are like probably like professional singers. I mean, Will Smith is a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Plus, I mean, but the track is overproduced and
it was like
going to Miami.
Yeah,
the Prince Ali one was pretty cool. I like that.
I saw a little bit of that. Yeah,
that scene was pretty dope. It was mad colorful. It was like a Bollywood scene.
Makes sense.
I wanna see the movie, but I just saw Aladdin the stage play, so I need a little bit of breather. I need some breathing room from all this, Aladdin.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious because I've seen the cartoon, I've seen the stage play. I want to see the live action and see how they all compare. Because the live action one, they had a black genie, big black guy, kind of reminded me of the black dude from Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Titus O'Neil, or wait, what's his name?
Titus Burgess or something like.
Yes,
Burgess, some shit. And that was good, right? Like it was very good, but it's a stage play, so it's very different, right? Instead of Iago, Aladdin had 3 buddies. Like, what the fuck? He had 3 friends and shit.
Well, Iago was
instead of Apu.
Apu,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the monkey was cool.
It's like a real live monkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like, I think that it was like half and half.
Oh, CG. Okay.
Like the stage play had a Pacific Islander as Jasmine, like,
how very American,
and a white guy as Jafar, like.
I mean, that works.
Yo, come on, yo.
No, but it was like if you had any interest to see it, like it's cool.
Yeah,
all right.
Sure. Like I'll catch it if it's on Hulu. There's nothing about any of the live action ones I'm like, I have to see it. I did want to see Lion King, but it's not something like I'm dying to see. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's cool. So Science and Tech this week. This is actually a pretty cool story. The Wall Street Journal reports that the first ever crime using a voice generated by artificial intelligence has already taken place. According to the report, an unknown scammer managed to convince a CEO of an unnamed UK energy company that he was on the phone with the chief executive of the parent company in Germany. The voice asked the CEO to transfer 220,000 euros or 243,000 US real money bucks into a bank account of a supplier in Hungary immediately in order to avoid a late payment fine. And he did. And so this dude
over the phone.
Well, if you think you're talking to the CEO,
like Vince McMahon.
Yeah. $243,000. That's a very specific amount of money.
Yeah.
Or, well, it was 220,000 euros. So, but that's a very specific amount.
Yeah.
I wonder if the 220,000 is like just under a certain threshold to like trigger something. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
Yeah, 220,000. You want something specific. If you say 300,000, give me 300,000. Give me 300,000 euro. Like, nah, yo. No.
So how did they do it exactly?
Like, so it actually they have AI that basically take the software is able to imitate your voice. What my understanding is, they take in a bunch of clips of you speaking.
Yeah, kind of like the face. They take like 100 clips of somebody's face, and then they just run it through a computer until it can find. And they got to take different like angles of it and shit like that until it finally.
Yeah,
works.
And that's the same thing. I mean, they did the
talking, and it was just like converting his voice into the CEO's voice, or did they just have like a
no? It's. I mean, they're calling this a deepfake. They did this with Joe Rogan too. They just took a bunch of audio clips of him, and I guess it's enough to like figure out like tonally how he speaks. Right. And like, what is it? Tonally.
Hey, you could just take a fucking whole podcast of it.
Right. Like, it wouldn't be hard at all, right? Yeah. Or any of us. But they take the tonality, punctuation, and then the specific accent, which in this case was German. And then they basically run it through software, and then just like, they can generate a voice. And then I guess you can just kind of almost do text to type of like, this is what I want the person to say.
That's what they did in Mission Impossible 3.
It's a good movie.
They had, what's his name? Speak. And Philip Seymour Hoffman was like, what? I don't want to say this. And Ethan Hunt was just like, read it. And it was like, rubber baby buggy bumpers or some fucking ridiculous shit, right? Yeah. The future is now.
So weird.
Future is now.
Some dangerous fucking software.
Yeah, look, I get it. It's cute to make memes and shit or like funny videos.
Yeah.
And I probably don't really even give a fuck about this $220,000. But when it starts being able to mimic the faces and voices of politicians,
It already can.
Right. No, but I'm saying people using it.
Yeah.
You could spark off a massive, massive problem around the world.
Or when someone finally records our racist president saying something racist, like covertly, he has a thing now that he was like, I didn't say that. That was a deep fake. That was a fake deep.
Yeah.
This conspiracy against me.
It's a deep state. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Because now it doesn't matter what you see or hear. You can always go, I didn't do that. Yeah, we live in a really dangerous time. I feel like that is said a lot, but I think people just say it as a reflex. But like, really think about how fucking scary that is. That you could just be like, he could just go on television, just be like, or send out a tweet and just a video of him just being like, Barack Obama is a nigger, and then people would be like up in arms, and he'd be like, I didn't do that. It's a deep fake.
Yeah.
And look, it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. It doesn't matter if it's been proven right or wrong. He could just say that in a decent swath of the country, just be like, yeah, it's probably a deep fake. Because they don't understand the technology, or they do, or don't. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's a fucking terrifying thing. Or just going on and just being like, we're going to bomb Iran today. And then they're like, fuck that. No, you're not. We're coming first. Then what? LOL for the lulz. And then you get millions of people killed. It's really fucking scary, man. Like, one thing that is really super fucked up, and it's something I had talked about probably maybe a year or so ago. Social media needs to have a responsibility to figure out an algorithm to find this shit and be able to label it when it gets uploaded in real time. Yeah. In real time. Because you can't allow somebody to just throw some shit out there and you're like, I don't know, we'll see for a week if it's a deep fake. No, that's scary. That's really fucking scary. Because you can't trust anything. Yeah, so where's your integrity? And then I just saw the head of Twitter got his account hacked.
The head of the...
On Twitter, he got his Twitter account hacked. If he can get his Twitter account hacked, anybody can. And look at the fucking idiot who we have as president. And people send out messages. They were like, I'm the fucking CEO of Twitter, blah, 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 and just send shit out. And they had to come out, oh, it wasn't us. Imagine because that idiot tweets anything. All you have to do is get his cadence and shit down, and people will believe whatever comes out of that account.
Or our idiot president could just tweet something stupid and just be like, no, it was hacked.
Yeah.
I was hacked.
But he hasn't done
Hillary
that yet. And I nigga tweets stupid shit every day.
Yeah, but he don't think they stupid. That's the problem.
What do you think is stupid at this point?
It's not egregious. It's not Barack Hussein Obama is a nigger. Like that then... Like, he could just throw that out there to see how it
shit.
Right.
She would get 1 million likes.
Right. And then, depending on...
And everybody who gets a like should get their teeth punched in.
Depending on the pushback or lack thereof, he could be like, oh, no, I was hacked.
Yep. And what? Twitter's going to say something? No, they're not. They're fucking cowards. The guy who runs Twitter is a fucking clown. Have an algorithm that bounces out white supremacists. Oh, we can't run it because it gets right-wing politicians. Well, then what the fuck does that tell you? Run the fucking software, you fucking pussy. What the hell's wrong with you? Let the chips fall where they may. Oh, did it knock the president's account out? Oh, well. I don't understand that. You got all the money and power in the world and you're too scared to use it. Yo, let me run Twitter, nigga. I'll run that shit. Go. Yeah, run it twice. Ah, fuck that. Well, Jay's an asshole. You're right. Anyway, you done? Go use something else. Go use conservative Twitter. Where is it? Oh, that's right. There isn't one. Fuck out of here. One of your fake ass bullshit Chinese versions. Go ahead. Nah, fuck that. So yeah, good luck with the rest of your future. I'm moving to Mars. This is fucking terrible. It's the fucking worst. Before we get to the lightning round, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Give Jeff Bezos some money. Maybe he will help us with deepfakes. He probably won't. But you could buy a new computer on there, maybe. Create your own deepfake. And we get a little bit of a kickback, just a little bit, before you buy your things to do criminal activity. You don't pay anything extra, but we get a little bit of money, so that's really cool. All right, Micah, lightning round.
According to Deadline, Paramount Pictures is looking to reboot Face Off with an all-new cast. Paramount has tapped Oren Uziel of the Cloverfield Paradox to pen the script with Neil Moritz of Fast and Furious, set to produce, and David Permut, Hacksaw Ridge, on board as executive producer. What do you think of a rebooted Face Off? Now, Brad from Dense Pixels and myself, we spoke about this on our show briefly. What do you think of this? Do you want a reboot of Face Off?
I do not want a reboot of Face Off.
Why do you not want a reboot of Face Off, aside from the fact that Face Off is a 9 out of 10?
Are you going to get John Travolta back?
I mentioned that.
Are you going to get Nicolas Cage back?
I mentioned that. Brad said, "What's the point? We already got one with those two
I disagree.
guys."
Brad is wrong. Brad is wrong.
Go ahead, because I don't want any of this.
You guys have missed the obvious solution. Cast John Travolta and Nicolas Cage and have them change roles. It is the obvious choice.
Have Nicolas Cage be Sean Archer posing as Castor Troy?
That is correct.
The fuck?
That is correct. That is the genius move. You telling me you wouldn't see it? You're telling me you wouldn't? John Travolta is just now crazy enough to play a regular guy. He's just now crazy.
You know what? I would watch it because John Travolta, like everyone, gives Nick Cage a lot of credit for that role. Oh, it's a wacky Nick Cage movie. Nah, yo.
No, he plays the straight man.
He plays the straight man. He's only Castor Troy at the beginning of the first half of the first act. This is John Travolta's crazy ass movie.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
And I doesn't want Nick Cage to be crazy ass
Castor Troy?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Come on, think about it. It's actually kind of genius. And I want John Woo to come back. I don't want it. Look, these are the same people who wrote the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I don't want them doing this. Yeah, get out of here.
I didn't see Hacksaw Ridge. Who was in that?
Hacksaw Ridge. That was the Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was super violent.
That's the super violent movie, right?
Yeah, like blue guy's face.
I don't want a Face Off remake. No.
I don't want a Face Off remake because I don't think they would get the spirit of Face Off.
No, Face Off is ludicrous,
right?
But that's the premise.
I think they would try to seriously ground that shit.
I don't need that,
right?
And then they would do something dumb.
Nobody wants a Heat style Face Off. Like no.
And they would do something like, okay, it's 2019, like we've got to make sure it's diverse, so it's like Mahershala Ali and like Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
What? Then I gotta digitally, we got a digital version of Matthew McConaughey's blackened face on Mahershala Ali.
They wouldn't do that.
No, they would exchange brains or some stupid shit.
No.
Nah, yo. Nah.
Again, I stand by 100%. I am not kidding. Just change the actors. just change the roles.
Change the roles. Same
Dude,
actors.
I'm telling you, I think you could get people to come back to see that. Like I truly do.
I mean, look, I'll watch it.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course, because then you'd finally get to see Nicolas Cage really go wild in the role that is clearly designed for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Travolta's too fucking old. Yeah, they're both old, but Travolta is too old.
He looks old.
He looks old, and I don't think he would get in any kind of shape.
His hair too.
He looks crazy. No. He stopped wearing a wig.
Oh, wow.
He lost his hair years ago. I believe back around Swordfish.
Someone like Jimmy Fallon. I'm like, yo, this thing's completely bald. That's
Yeah,
weird.
no,
He looked better that way with that instead of terrible ass fucking wigs.
Yo, his wigs were fucking wild. But he was just in that movie that got like 0.
Fred Durst.
It got like negative scores on Rotten Tomatoes.
Fanatic.
Yeah, the Fanatic.
What is it on? Was it in like theaters? Because I kind of want to see it because I've heard it's incredibly terrible.
I think the Fanatic is showing in local porn theaters. I don't think it's showing anywhere. I mean, but this is like the second. This is like the second super bad movie he's done. He
did Gotti, and that was a wasn't that,
that was a 0%.
Another one that
was a movie pass. It was a movie pass production.
That was a movie pass exclusive.
Exclusive.
That shit had like a 0%.
It did,
like
it
legit
did.
0. It had 18%.
18% for the Fanatic.
Yeah, it's on Vudu, Google Play, and YouTube.
Yeah. Yikes.
So 6, 4, and 4.
I kind of want to see the Gotti movie.
Nah, yo.
I kind of do.
Nah, if the entire consensus of movie criticdom has deemed that this movie is not worth seeing, I'ma trust them.
No, but no. See, that's so you're gonna trust the critics. Sometimes they don't understand movies, Micah. Like this is a movie for like regular people. It's not for critics. The movie like that is for the regular Joe and the working man.
The working man.
Gave it a 47%. So they didn't like it either.
All the more reason to not fucking see that movie because I've never seen that movie. Feels kind of high. Yeah, it feels kind of high.
It's not a good movie, but the blame cannot be laid at its star's Ferragamo shod feet. That's funny. Yeah, so don't go see Gotti, I guess. Sad. All right, next up.
Tank Girl. Do you know who Tank Girl is, Terrence?
And what's her name?
Lori Petty?
Yes, from that, I remember that movie. I've never seen it.
Tank Girl?
You never seen
Ice-T in that movie?
Ice-T was in that movie.
Okay,
yeah,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. Here's
a
a testament.
times.
Here's a testament to the quality of that movie. I know I have seen that movie. I don't remember a thing about it.
Is this the one that's about like water?
I don't know.
Yeah, Malcolm
Water
McDowell.
World.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell. It was like there was water was like a scarcity or something. Yeah, because the villain had a company called Water and Power. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, Tank Girl co-creator Alan Martin. You see, Tank Girl was a common character before she was in a bad movie. Tank Girl co-creator Alan Martin says that Margot Robbie is developing a reboot of the film with MGM. Quote, just heard that Margot Robbie's company have optioned the rights from MGM to make a new Tank Girl movie, now several months into development. We haven't been contacted by any of the parties involved with the project, so not sure if there'll be any input from the original creators. Please give me a job. Please give me a job.
Right.
Please contact me and give me a paycheck because nobody gives a damn about Tank Girl. I might have ad-libbed some of
a little bit of that.
Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap Productions, or Lucky Chap Entertainment, is producing that and the new Birds of Prey movie, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of All the Slaves in All of America. And yeah, do you care about Tank Girl?
So no. I know one person who cares about Tank Girl.
Is it Carrie?
No. Shout out to Hi, who's in our fan group.
Oh.
She's a big Tank Girl fan. Look, the comic was always a little weird and goofy. The movie is very much that.
Why is it called Tank Girl? Is she in a tank?
Because she lives in a tank.
Yeah. It's about
She likes blowing stuff up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all you really need.
Fine.
I do think it's such a weird and bizarro comic, and the movie was weird and bizarre. I think you could, if you kept the budget reasonable, I think there's a niche for this. Also, it has Margot Robbie in it, who would likely be the star, and she puts butts in the seats because she looks the way she does.
Apparently, Tank Girl is Australian. Margot Robbie is Australian. We could finally see her in a role that uses her regular accent.
Right.
And look, who knows? Maybe she grew up reading Tank Girl.
I mean, it's probably popular over there.
Yeah. So,
wow, music featuring Bjork, Devo, Hole, and Ice-T. That's a hell of a soundtrack.
With the Tank Girl soundtrack?
Yes. Oh, and Joan Jett, L7, Stomp, and Veruca Salt. Wow.
L7.
Don't ask.
L7.
Yeah, don't ask. Yikes.
Alrighty.
Very 90s. So, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'm okay with them trying to do this.
I don't have a problem with it, especially if what I do remember of Tank Girl is that Tank Girl was a tough woman who didn't take any shit, and we don't have too many of those types of characters in mainstream media now. So if you want to, and this is a different type of tough, right? Not like, I'm in high heels running away from a dinosaur, but I'll punch you if I need to type of tough. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a very specific tough. Okay.
Like this is like, let's blow some stuff up. Tough.
Yeah. I mean, and it's also like a post-apocalyptic future world, so you can kind of do whatever you want. There's mutants and shit.
Yeah. Like, let there be a let her be like the new action feminist icon.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, and I like that it's a comic that's not in the main line of DC or Marvel, so you can kind of do what you want. I would argue the fan base isn't huge. I would guess it's rather small, so you can kind of take liberties with the property without getting too much backlash.
Yeah.
So you don't have to run it super hard to what the comic is. Also, in the world of where like Dredd super worked for a lot of people, this feels very much in that same vein, without taking itself too seriously, I would hope.
Yeah, but Dredd, Dredd did work. It took a minute.
I mean, Dredd. The reason why, I mean, that first one is fucking god awful. That first one feels more like the Tank Girl movie, like the original. But the reboot with Carl Urban, the only reason why it really didn't work is because of how bad the first Dredd was, and people kept comparing it to the Raid for some reason. They're like, they're both in a building. I was like,
because it took place in a building.
You had to get to the top.
I was like,
that's it.
It's like, wow, that is a really shallow representation of both movies. But I mean, in fairness, the Raid, that's all the movie was about. Like, it didn't really have much of a storyline, but that's all fine. I enjoyed it nonetheless. So yeah, okay, we'll see.
A new report from Variety says that Haley Steinfeld has been offered a lead role in the upcoming Hawkeye series that will be airing on Disney Plus. That of Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's trainee. No word as of this recording on whether or not she will accept the job.
She will.
But yeah, what do you think? Look, have you read Matt Fraction's Hawkeye?
I've read some of it, not all of it.
I understand that Kate Bishop is a fan favorite.
Yeah, she's a good character.
And where do you think this would, like, if this thing is successful, do you think this is the planting a seed for the start of the new Avengers? Because there's no Avengers movie that we know of that's being worked on, right? And we've got Iron Man out of the picture. We've got Captain America, for all intents and purposes, out of the picture. Right. The Captain America that, white people respect. And
we got Beijing America. He's all right.
And do you think that they could begin the Young Avengers / all new, all different?
I think you're getting the Young
type
Avengers. I think you're getting Young Avengers. I mean, the talk is that America Chavez is coming. That's a talk.
Boy, when America Chavez comes, holy shit!
Yeah,
you think black people turned out?
Yeah, yeah. Latin folk, look, I'll be right there supporting you, Latin folks, because she's gonna be a fucking icon, right? She's
a lesbian Latin tough girl.
Yeah, who can hold her own versus just about anybody.
Whose name is America as a big fuck you. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be good. I'm more than okay with that. Like, frankly, that should have been one of the ones they announced.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, She-Hulk is a big deal too, but I'd have been like, let me go with American Child. It's like, go fuck yourself. Right now, in this climate?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
See, yeah, you talk all the shit you want about Disney, yo. but they know how to put their finger in the eye of like whatever they don't deem to be fucking socially cool. Like they're purposely look. Yeah, they're obviously going to do Miss Marvel, but for them to do Miss Marvel right now really matters. Like, you know what I mean? It matters, right? So it's the same idea. So yeah, getting back to this, I think you're likely to get Young Avengers, because now you have, so you got Kate Bishop, who would be the new Hawkeye. Again, America Chavez is in Young Avengers. You could certainly have Patriot at some point, right? You could do him. You can also do Stature now because of the blip.
Yeah, because of what's his name's daughter is
Ant-Man's, Scott Lang's daughter is grown up. She was Stature. Hulkling. I don't know much about Hulkling, so I mean, again, it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 exactly in the comics. Vision is still around because clearly he gets brought back into WandaVision show. So yeah, you can do it. I mean, there's Speed, there's Wiccan. Look, you need a speedster. Like, they're going to need one at some point. So you can do it. You can figure it out. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it sucks that Spider-Man is not going to be here for this, but good job, Sony, I guess. Like, because he could have basically been, a de facto leader for the Young Avengers.
The Spider-Man thing, as I think about it, while I still would love to have Spider-Man in the MCU, I think Spider-Man works well as a solo character and not on a team. He works very well as a guest. He works very well as everybody's friend. Everybody likes Spider-Man. Like he's the motor mouth friend that everybody has. It'll be sad that once they get Fantastic Four off the ground,
you'll never get him and Johnny.
Yeah, you'll never get those two. Like, those two are boys, man. Like, they're cool.
Like, that's my thing is I don't even need him as a permanent Avenger, but just showing up.
Yeah, just to kind of flesh out the world. And it's like Spider-Man should be the through line for everybody.
I mean, he's a connection from the big boys down to the street level.
The street level people.
Right.
So, which I'm really sad that they didn't really, well, not too sad. I mean, the Netflix shows are great and all, but like they're very much R-rated, and Spider-Man is holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking kill that guy.
Yeah, it would not have worked out well.
Nah. But I don't know.
I do look forward to the day that they reboot Daredevil inside the MCU, like MCU proper, because giving him enough seriousness and lightheartedness to then maybe down the road, if Spider-Man comes back, they could actually have interaction. Yeah. And then also, like, I'd like to see...
Daredevil's heavy, though, man.
He is heavy.
Motherfucker's dying of AIDS and shit. Like, goddamn, your girl got AIDS, yo.
Wait, what the fuck?
his girlfriend had... what's her name?
What's her name? Karen?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, she's dying of AIDS.
What, now in the comic book?
I think she's dead.
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, she dead.
Wow.
Yeah, like you could have the
party is over.
But then you can have the peaks with Daredevil, but just to accent the valleys.
Yeah. Like I was solidly reading Daredevil comics for maybe a good year, and I'm like, yo, this shit is super depressing. Like a lot of it is like there was some book I read. It wasn't that long ago. But, like, somebody went and, like, dug up his father's grave, and then he had to go. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Can we just swing around and have a swashbuckling adventure for once?
Daredevil's like that game Blasphemous, right? Like, it's just a bunch of fucking Catholic, like, just agony and guilt.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a review for that game.
Yeah, yo.
Like, the dude pours blood in his helmet and just... puts it on his head.
Yeah, like it's a lot of
flagellation and shit going on in that game.
So, yeah,
sure, that game is wild.
That's why I stick to games on my phone, where it's safe. So, so I think you could get a Young Avengers, or at least have a lot of the core members of the Young Avengers in. I mean, they may just not call them the Young Avengers, and they may just take over as the Avengers. Yeah, I can see that.
Like as long as you have Sam Wilson, Captain America, Jane Foster, Thor. You can have the rest of the Young Avengers and just be all new, all different.
And that's fine. I mean, the thing is, It's weird to imagine the MCU going forward without the core three like at the helm, but at the same time, like you can do. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of shit to be done. Like we haven't even touched on people like Nova who hasn't shown up yet. Like there's some big fucking characters. The X-Men, Fantastic Four. There are some massive characters that haven't even gotten a chance to be on screen yet.
Guess what? You're gonna forget about them core three once the X-Men come around.
Yo, no, it's a wrap. Two. Go sit over there. It ain't gonna matter. Right. I mean, somebody posted that meme where it was like, they lost Iron Man and Cap and Thor is gonna eventually go, and it's like, oh, look, and they lost Spider-Man. Like, oh, look how sad this is. I was like, yo, they've got the biggest gun in their back pocket.
Right. They lost Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Spider-Man. And
they haven't technically lost Thor yet, but yeah,
right. And they got Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Professor Xavier. They're gonna be all right, guys.
Right, and the Fantastic Four. They still have Black Panther. Like they've got a bunch of super heavy hitters. Yeah, not to mention Silver Surfer, and there's a lot of big heavy hitters that they're not even touching for fucking 5 years. So yeah, they'll be fine. They will be more than fine. So yeah, who knows? Young Avengers would be cool to see though.
Speaking of fine, it appears that Haley Atwell, best known for playing Agent Peggy Carter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, may be heading for another action-packed franchise, as Christopher McQuarrie made a post on Instagram just moments ago, as of this recording, with a photo of Atwell on top of an Impossible Mission Force binder with the caption, "Should you choose to accept?"
I need her to be in this franchise forever. Yeah, I'm trying not to be a dick, but yo,
she's super fine.
She's super fine, dude.
She really is, man. She's a wonderfully talented actress.
She's
I'm sure she's a very good human being.
She's a very. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, she's
actually really talented.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sorry. Big ups. Anyway, she is a beautiful English woman.
This is why Steve went back in time, folks.
Yeah, look, I get it.
This is why he fucked up the timeline for everybody.
Yo,
He's like, nah.
Would you like to tell me about her? No, I would not. No, I don't think I will. Like, get the fuck out of here. Mind your goddamn business, Sam. Look, when you got a fine big titted English woman waiting for you 70 years ago, you go back there. You go back. I get it. Jesus Christ.
But her in this franchise, yeah, I would like that. Look,
she's a good actress though. She does action very well too. Actually,
yeah, she does. And look, these Mission Impossible movies have found their stride. I'm not tired of their shtick yet, because shtick is like the stories are all the same. Right, they're all the same.
I'm not here.
Right.
Constantly looking for something.
They're constantly looking for a MacGuffin. Sometimes they don't give a damn what it is. But they're constantly...
I have not finished listening to that episode, but it's pretty fun so far.
They're constantly looking for something, and it's just a reason to string along action sequences.
Yep. Like John Wick.
Yeah, as long as you keep...
Except the Mission Impossible movies have an actual plot.
Yeah, they do. However, superfluous.
All right. Look, I got to make a little side note here for a second before we get into this Mission Impossible conversation. How did John Wick 3 have high reviews?
Because one,
it's great.
I like this movie. I do.
As an action movie, it gives you what you want.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, calm down.
Yo,
calm down.
What?
People really hated John Wick 2.
Yeah. Look, I did not like John Wick 2.
90%? Look,
but John Wick 2 got an 89%. How?
People really love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, okay, look. John Wick 1 is a very, very good action movie with the ending fight was really bad. But I love that movie. I think it's really, really good and it's really fun. John Wick 2 I found to be rather boring, but it had some good action sequences, but rather boring.
It was, if there was a level of stupid in John Wick 2 that
I was like, all right,
uncalled for.
Like the
bulletproof
suit. I was like,
this still had the bulletproof suit in this one.
Yeah, but they didn't like go to it. He was just like, bling, bling, bling. I was like, all right. Like, who made it? Tom Ford? Like, relax. The third movie doesn't even try to have a plot.
The plot is he's got to
survive.
Live.
That's it.
That's the story.
Yo, he literally travels to places that don't even make sense. Like, why are you in the desert? I don't know.
was like, I'm sorry.
Like, yo, why was he there? And then all of a sudden, it's just like a bunch of Arab dudes are like, we're also spies. Like, wait, what? All right. But I will say this.
Uncharted.
It was. Again, it was an
that part. I'm like, okay. After the fight sequence with the dogs, the dude was like, "You got to go to the desert and walk until you can't walk anymore, and he'll either find you or you die." I'm like, that's ridiculous. And he did it. I was like, "Nigga, what?" I'm like, I don't care.
But that's how I felt. I was like, wait, you know what? Oh shit, they fighting again. Like,
right.
But it's not. I don't understand. It's in 90%.
It's paced very well that you just kind of forget that.
Yeah,
there ain't no story.
You just forget that he just made his way from fucking New York to wherever to Istanbul or whatever,
and then back again.
And Halle Berry was there, and then he makes his way back after he gets his finger. Whatever. Everyone's seen it. He cuts his own fucking finger off. I was like, ow.
I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I was like,
I ain't doing all that.
Pledge to me. I'd be like,
but now he's in it for life, right?
Yeah. So they say.
So well, okay, we're getting at it.
But needless to say, the action sequences were tremendous. The scenes with the dogs, you are 100% right, were fucking stellar.
Those ships were amazing.
Yo, those dogs were fucking people up.
They were like wrestlers, yo.
Yeah. It's like they just came out of nowhere. They were just doing RKOs just out of nowhere, all over the place. It was awesome. That's not a movie, though. It's not a movie. It's a series of action sequences. Look, it's not a movie.
And that's all you kind of really... Jesus, this woman is fine.
Yeah.
That's all you kind of really need from time to time, right?
Yeah. Apparently.
And they were really good action sequences. It's kind of like the Raid. What is the Raid rated on fucking...
Yeah, what is... Yeah.
Because that's the same fucking thing.
Look, I said to Micah, I was like, I don't understand why people like that movie. Besides the fight scenes, I don't really understand it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's literally it.
The rate has an 86%.
Right.
So it's right up there. So it's basically, if you really like action sequences, you can make a movie that don't make no kind of sense. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mission Impossible. Sorry.
So yeah, she's coming to Mission Impossible. Hopefully this is like confirmation, but it seems all but confirmed.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, they're fun, man.
They're really fun.
Look, I every once in a while, I will go back and I will watch sequences from Mission Impossible Fallout, just because I think some of the sequences are really fun. Yeah. Like the bathroom fight is fucking nuts. That Asian dude beats the brakes off of them. It's fucking hilarious. But I go back and I watched it recently because I wanted to find the song that was in it too. That scene where he's running across wherever in Europe he is, and he's running while fucking Superman is like walking along and he's trying to catch up with him. That one scene that Chris McQuarrie shoots, dude, I could watch that scene 1,000 times of him running. Like the camera shot is behind Tom Cruise running, and it switches to a tracking shot of him coming under that bridge. Yeah. Yo, that scene is so fucking dope looking, man. And that to me is why I like those movies. Because they have really great cinematography in moments. The action sequences, like the elaborate ones, are fucking bonkers. And Tom Cruise is like really doing this shit. I'm like, yo, go sit down. But he refuses.
56. How old is he? 56, 57?
Something like that, yeah.
He refuses to die. So, good for him.
No matter how much he tries.
He blew his fucking ankle out in that one jump.
Yeah, he missed that fucking... He was like, oh, well. And he finished it, though.
Yeah, he was like, nah, keep going.
57.
You think he's gonna... He's 57?
Yo, he looks like
that's almost a 60-year-old man running around.
Yo, there is no way. There is no way.
Any fucking Halo jump.
Yeah. Or hold his breath underwater for like 6 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yo, look, or fly a helicopter while running the camera rig at the same time. All right, yo. All right, Tom, we get it. You are better than all of us. There is no way he's 57? At 57, none of the three of us could run faster than him out of that scene. No way, dude. He was going, yo, he could have just entered the Olympics at that very moment. I think he could have taken Michael Johnson.
Was he running?
Yo, he was hauling ass under that bridge.
It looks like it, but how fast is he?
I don't know. He looks
You
pretty
can make
fucking
it look
fast.
like he's running fast in a movie, but he may not be that fast. He can just run for fucking hours. There's a difference between like endurance and speed. You know?
I feel like he could run.
Right,
that
he doing
fast.
both in them movies.
Yo, Mission Impossible 3, that like where he's running in
That
Thailand or whatever.
yo, I swear to God, that's like just 2 straight minutes of just running full speed.
He is running super hard in that.
Like, it gets to the point where it's like,
Okay.
wow, this is impressive. Wow, this is really impressive. Wow. Okay. All right. This is obnoxious. All right, fuck you, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go take a piss.
This is impressive.
All right, God damn it.
Yeah, the dude is. I don't know. I don't know what he's taking.
I don't know
what kind
he's
of
on
drugs
some
he's
shit.
on.
Oh,
but
he
that
on
shit
some
is
shit.
crazy.
Whatever cocaine he's on, he keeping that shit for himself.
Man, that's all me.
You can't have
60
that.
years old.
I would love to be in this shape he's in now. Yeah.
How many Mission Impossibles you think he got left?
So Fallout was what, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he got 2 more?
I think he going to 10.
No.
I think he going to.
He can't be 65 years old doing that shit. Yeah.
How old was Roger Moore when he left James Bond?
Yo, no, that's not a comparison.
As we all know, Roger Moore is the best James Bond.
All right.
No, I think he'll go to 10. You know why? Because I think he's not going to let the Fast and the Furious franchise beat the Mission Impossible franchise.
I mean, they already have, right? Money wise.
No, but I'm saying like longevity. He ain't gonna let a bunch of DVD thieves beat Ethan Hunt. Nah, he not gonna do that.
The first one came out in 96, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I really
96.
love that first movie.
The first movie is really good.
Yeah, it's really fucking
It's really good.
So yeah, we'll see.
Next up, Wonder Woman 1984 co-writer / director Patty Jenkins has signed a multi-year exclusive TV deal with Netflix. Deadline is reporting that this comes after co-creating the I Am the Night TV series for TNT. Quote, "We are thrilled to welcome Patty Jenkins to Netflix," says Netflix's VP of Original Series, Channing Dungey. Her trailblazing work has pushed boundaries, and she confidently tells stories that leave an unforgettable mark. We look forward to fostering her many ideas and helping them come to life.
That's fine.
That's cool. When are we going to get a trailer for Wonder Woman 1980?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, this is like
I totally forgot
long.
about Wonder Woman 1984.
Isn't it done?
It's got to be done by now.
Okay.
I feel like it
What's
should.
the next? When does it come out? That is a good question.
Probably sometime.
To the internet.
My guess is sometime
June
20
5th, 2020.
God dang.
June 5th. You know when you'll get a trailer? Super Bowl weekend. That's when you'll get a trailer.
I think he's right.
How the fuck did it get pushed back so goddamn far? Like is it not done? Like I feel like they've been filming this thing for like a year.
Well, it only takes like
Yeah, it takes
3, 4, 5 months to film a movie at launch, but you know,
Maybe they're
that
going a lot
affects-
of. Maybe they're going a lot of effects heavy on this.
then effects, and then you have to worry about. Then you got to play the release schedule game. You know, you want to come out in enough time to maximize your profits, but not step over anything you were doing or run into anything big.
I did feel like they've missed an opportunity here because, like, it's been when did the first one come out?
like 2 years ago.
Is it only 2 years ago? It feels so much longer than that. Oh,
Oh,
it's 2017. 2017.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
It feels so much longer than that, but okay, that's fine. I enjoyed the first one quite a lot. I look forward to this. I'm interested to see how they do like Cheetah. Like that's going to be. I mean, Kristen Wiig.
Comedian.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig. I mean, look. Hey, have we not learned that comedians are
very good actors, actors and actresses?
And I don't think Kristen Wiig is she's not a bad actress. It'll be interesting to see what they do with her. I look forward to seeing Patty Jenkins do a movie without any input from what's his name?
Snyder.
Yeah. Zack Snyder. So
I watched the first half of fucking Wonder Woman.
first 2/3.
Yeah.
First 2/3 are solid.
Fine.
And then
everything gets dark, and then that's it. Well, all right. All the color. What happened to all the color and all the brightness?
Snyder came in. He was like, "What? Turn these lights the fuck off. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's get sad." So we'll see.
BET Plus is something that I did not know existed.
Don't look at my black ass.
No, Terrence, are you getting this? Are you not you're not supporting this? Okay.
I don't watch BET. I watch TV.
BET Plus sets a launch date and a price point. How much would you pay per month
to watch
BET Plus?
Did you open the story?
No, I did not.
Okay, good. Yeah.
BET Plus.
Now tell him what's on BET Plus.
BET Networks and Tyler Perry Studios have set
That's not something. That's not an incentive. Keep continuing.
have set a launch date for BET Plus. Its new platform will feature more than 1,000 hours of premium content, including original programming, fan favorite series, movies, and specials from BET. It will launch with several firsts, including the long-awaited First Wives Club series based on the 1996 film Bigger, a Will Packer production. And it's a look at a single black woman in East Atlanta whose life is upended by the random death of a college acquaintance. Why would that upend your life if someone from
College
acquaintance, like that's literally the
Not even your friend.
Classic
just an acquaintance.
Classic sitcom Martin's streaming debut.
Look, I love Martin, but
hold on. There's more here.
And the first time that Tyler Perry's stage plays have been made available via a streaming service, not the movies per se. They're videotaped stage plays.
No, those are also there. BET Plus,
too, yes.
BET Plus will also house Perry's theatrical films, including the Medea series, which Terrence is a huge fan of. A premium selection of African American TV, movie, and musical content, including BET documentaries and specials such as the Bobby Brown story, Being Mary Jane, College Hill, Comic View, stand-up comedy specials.
Old shit.
D.L. Hughley, Eddie Griffin, Nick Cannon, Sashir Zamata, Lil Rel, Gina Yashir, and Sinbad.
2 questions for you, Terrence. 1, how much would you pay?
Not a goddamn thing.
All right, 3 questions. How much would you pay? How much do you think it is? And when do you think it's being released?
How much would I pay? Nothing, because fuck that. Like, does it have like good times and shit?
Sure, let's go.
It's more of a bounce plus.
Oh shit! Like I love it. Like like the Jeffersons, Good Times, like A-Man, all that shit. Does it have any of that?
Martin.
I love Martin.
This nigga said doesn't have A-Man. I fuck with A-Man. That was a good show.
No, nothing.
Okay, you'd pay nothing.
I don't watch television.
How much are you thinking this?
Yo, how much is Disney Plus?
Disney Plus is $6.99.
Plus is $6.99.
And this is BET Plus?
Yeah.
Look, I love my people. I'm gonna go $5.
$4.99?
$4.99 a month.
No, twice that, Terrence. It's $10 a month. This is as much as the WWE Network. When do you think this is releasing?
February next year?
Nigga, this shit is coming out the 19th.
Of this month?
This month?
Yes.
Wow.
I did not see that coming at all.
No one did.
Like, normally we are up on, when big things like this are gonna get released.
Look,
we're normally up on stuff like that.
This is like a Netflix show. Like, this trailer was dope. When's it come out? It's already out. Like, oh wow.
Look, I am not the demographic for this. Clearly,
a black man. You're not the demographic for Black Entertainment Television Plus.
No. Sorry.
Just so you know, the BET Plus, because this may change your mind, but the BET Plus library will also have things from BET's sister networks, including Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Basketball Wives.
I don't watch any of those shows.
Todrick.
I've never seen. I don't even know what that is.
Soul Man.
No, that's the dude. That's the gay dude, right?
I don't know.
Dances.
I don't know.
Todrick.
I don't know. I don't watch any of this.
I don't watch any of this shit.
Soul Man and Instant Mom.
What the fuck is that?
Well, Soul Man is a great movie from the 80s. I don't know. I assumed it was the 80s movie where the white kid pretended to be.
Why would they put that on BET? Like, I think Soul Man is like a Cedric. That's not it.
I think it is a TV show. I don't know. And then Instant Mom. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Yeah, I Google Soul Man and I get the movie.
The Soul Man?
Soul Man. Okay, yeah, it's a Cedric the Entertainer movie or television show. Soul Man.
Niecy Nash is in it.
She's in Claws.
Yeah, she's also in Claws and Reno 911. I would watch both of those before.
I would rather watch Claws because at least she's. I mean, I think Reno 911's hilarious, but at least she's not wearing a giant fake ass.
Yeah,
in Claws. Yeah, that woman was like way finer than people knew when watching Reno 911. I was like, okay, and then I was like, damn, did she lose a lot of weight? Like, no, that was a fake ass.
Nope, that was a fake ass. When I found that out, I was like, first my heart was hurt, and then I was like, oh, but wait now. Oh, okay.
But wait, there's less. Yeah, so you guys should support black businesses. I don't know why you're getting this.
But is BET run by black folks?
Movie and TV news this weekend. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Wow. BET Plus.
Yikes. Movie and TV news this week. It's a featurette here. You should watch it. I forgot to tell you guys to watch it. That actually tells you what the HBO show Watchmen is actually about for the first time. It's taken way too fucking long. But come to find out, I watched this. The series very much lives in the Watchmen world. And what happens is somebody gets murdered. One of the cops gets murdered, or them and their family gets murdered by this terrorist organization. The guys who are dressed like Rorschach. And so the cops all start wearing masks to protect their identity and to protect their family's identity, which is why you see the cops all in yellow masks. And so the series is all about what being in masks does to people, and like how the mask also makes people more violent because they can hide, because they're anonymity,
yeah,
right?
It's the fucking the internet thing,
right?
But like
Makes
made
people
real.
worse. Yeah, it makes people actually worse. So, I mean, understanding that makes it actually pretty interesting. Look, I'm interested to see what they do. I like that they're not just redoing the series, but they're coming up with something interesting in that world.
It's funny. It's an HBO show.
I'm looking at this.
I give HBO shows a couple episodes automatically.
Yeah, and Jeremy Irons apparently is playing Ozymandias, which is interesting.
I'm looking at this little teaser, and Regina Hall puts the mask on.
Yeah, it's Regina Hall.
Regina Hall, okay. And she sprays her eyes. Like, you can still tell it's her.
Yeah, of course.
She has a very unique face.
Yeah,
where it's just her.
Yeah. Well, even like at one point, she, the next scene where she's got the mask and she's talking to the cops, they're like, "Oh, hello, like mass vigilante or Officer Smith," and they're like, "Yeah, we know you. We know who you are. We're not fucking dumb. Like, we get it." So, yeah, we'll see. I will watch it. I will watch it very much because, again, like Micah said, it's a. What did we say? Regina Hall? It's Regina King.
Regina King. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was fucking up. Yeah,
but it's HBO.
Got a distinct look that she can't really hide.
No,
she got her whole face covered up and her eyes are just visible. And like, that's you. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, it's like she has to change. She'll have to change her face, like Alec Baldwin did in The Shadow, right? Like he had to change the structure of his face so it looked differently.
I've seen that movie, but I don't remember it.
Don't.
No, I have seen it.
Don't rip it out of your mind. Any remnants of it is a bad movie. It is a really bad movie.
Didn't that and like The Phantom and all the movies come out around the same time?
Yeah, that's when they just didn't understand comic. Yeah, they didn't understand comic book.
Yeah, I saw The Phantom.
I've never seen that.
I've seen it a couple times.
Oh, comic book movies. We could do this. A guy in a pink leotard. Okay, this is how it's going to work out. All right. We thought this was going to be a good movie. Nope.
Yeah, The Shadow came out in 94.
God, The Shadow is such a 90s movie.
The Phantom came out in 96.
There you go. Wow. Hello, Niecy Nash.
Billy Zane was a thing.
Yeah.
Like he was a thing at one point.
Remember he was in that, what was that show that they did on Amazon that got canceled after one season? Like War Dogs or something?
Yeah, you told me that was good.
Yo, that first season was good. Billy Zane got fucking capped in the first episode. Threw his ass in a pool. It's fucked up. That show was actually really good. All right, next up, Sony is developing several Spider-Man universe-based television shows. The talk is they're making 5 or 6. Great. Apparently, Sony is currently working on at least 5 or 6 TV shows set in Spider-Man's world. And while he didn't elaborate, the CEO of Sony, Tony Vincent-Cara, on how those might play out and whether Peter Parker will factor into them in any way, there are obviously hundreds of characters in the studio they can now pick and choose from. Quote, "We had a great run with Kevin Feige on the Spider-Man movies. We tried to see if there was a way to work it out. The Marvel people are terrific, and we have a great respect for them. But on the other hand, we have some pretty terrific people on our own." No, you don't. Kevin didn't do all the work. Yeah, you're right. He did 90% of it.
That's how you know he did a lot of it, because they felt the need to be like, well, he didn't do everything. Well, what would you do? I mean, I wrote my name.
Yeah. Who signed the check? That's what I did. I wrote my name on that check. Yeah, fuck you, Kevin.
I turned it in the paper.
Yeah.
It's got all our names on it.
Right. That's all it is, yo. Kevin Feige's a smart kid in the group staying up all night, doing all the goddamn work. And Sony came in and was like, yo, can I get my name on there, yo? Yo, explain to me what y'all did. Explain it so I can say something.
It's going to be weird when Spider-Man doesn't have all the cool technology in his suit and has to go back to the fucking leotard and sweatsuit.
How about this? This is something a lot of people aren't thinking about. It's going to be really weird because they're going to have to get a new suit because you can't use the one from the MCU.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, you can. And like,
and
that's
the
what
classic
I'm saying.
fucking Steve Ditko suit that looked really good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he can't even 3D print another one. Right. How you going to get the eye movements?
Right. How are you going to get
that was Stark
through
Tech.
the fucking mask?
No, that actually wasn't quite Stark Tech. Remember, because his original one, he had the shutters.
Original, he had shutters on him. Yeah, he'll be going.
But they're gonna figure that out. They're gonna figure out how to get that tech right, because that shit made all the difference between the Marvel versions and the other ones. It made all the difference.
Even like reference any of the Avengers?
No.
When he's done with this, that he can't.
Nope.
So it's gonna be like that never existed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I'm thinking. It might be.
Work?
That's what I'm thinking. It might be a reboot.
No, if it's a reboot, I'm not going to see it. I'm not doing another reboot. Fuck you. I'm not going to see another origin story of
Uncle
Spider-Man.
Ben die again.
Well, we haven't seen him die in this universe.
Yeah,
Uncle Ben, you gotta get capped again, dog.
If it's a reboot, I'm not seeing it. I'm not. You heard it here first. I'm not going to see it.
I believe you because I know you are a very persistent man.
I'm an obstinate son of a bitch. Like, nah, yo, fuck that. Like, they really?
I don't imagine.
That's just me bullshitting. But
no, I mean, they can't reference anything that happened in the MCU at all.
I don't think so.
I mean, what you going?
Yeah, Stark. Oh, you can't say that, Dave. We don't have the rights.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely can't mention any characters in there. No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you saw what Sony did, right? Like, they put out the cover for the DVD and the Blu-ray, and it literally said, "There's no end game for Spider-Man." Like, all right, yo, like, this shit is not going to age well for you, yo. You're talking bad shit right now.
You mocking the people that made y'all $1 billion?
Keep going.
That's not a good idea. Why would
That's what I'm saying.
That?
This shit is not going to age well. Because in 2 years,
$800 million, but like that was a fucking fluke.
Dude, they're gonna be over at Kevin Feige's house. So, is there any
really
way?
think this through? I mean,
you didn't. You better hope you didn't fuck Spider-Man up on your own so bad that they can't figure out a way to write him back in. Like, better tread lightly, motherfucker.
They did Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah, they did Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's cartoons.
It's not the same as live action.
Movie. I love the movie, but like you, okay.
They had Lord Miller, who are like the kings of fucking making cartoons, but it's not the same thing.
It isn't.
It's not the same thing. You know how I know? Because I saw Venom. It's not the same thing.
I saw Venom.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
It's not good.
It's a bad movie. God.
Yo, oh my goodness.
I can't wait. I can't wait for all you fucking assholes. They humble Disney. Go run down there, go see this bullshit ass Spider-Man movie.
Humble Disney.
Yeah, Disney's like
Aladdin
damn.
made $1 billion.
Right.
The
Right,
fuck?
yo.
Lion King made $1 billion.
That's what I don't understand.
Like,
that.
Disney's not even trying to do it.
Right. Those movies
They were just
aren't
like,
that
we need
great.
a-
They were just like Lion King.
Right. We're going to need some money to hold us over until we rebuild the Marvel Cinematic Universe with
Jesus
fresh
Christ.
faces.
Yeah. I don't know.
Pull one of them things out the vault. Redo it.
Redo live action.
Hey,
Get one of them eggheads to paint a bunch of lions on a fucking Serengeti and just use the audio that we already have recorded. Fuck it. Script? We got one, baby. It's in the vault.
God.
like, who we gonna get to star in this movie? I had lunch with Will Smith. He seems cool.
Yeah.
Get Will on the blower. Let's go. Let's get it done.
That's so weird.
You're gonna humble Disney. How are you gonna humble them, dog? They about to make another $1 billion movie. Do you think Eternals is gonna make $1 billion? You really believe that? I can't wait for them to come sniveling back. Oh, well, maybe we could have a setup. Yeah, they be waiting on you. Dumbass.
That's bizarre.
I'm getting a lot of very high hopes for this next story. The plot for The Batman reportedly revealed. It's pretty interesting. Apparently, The Batman will explore a detective case. When people start dying in strange ways, Batman must go deep into the dark world of Gotham to find clues and solve the mystery conspiracy connected to Gotham City's history and criminals. In the film, all of Batman's rogues gallery are already out there and active, similar to the comics and animated shows and movies. The film will have multiple villains as they are all suspects. Previously been reported that the 4 main villains of the film will consist of the Riddler, Penguin, Catwoman, and Firefly. Yeah, I like that. Finally a Batman movie where it's not one at a time. Like, the whole point of what makes him cool is that he's dealing with so much shit all at once. And also, he's the world's greatest detective, so let him be a detective.
He doesn't do a lot of detective work in the movie.
He's done zero.
I mean, he's got those big screens in the background, in the back cage.
Like, what are you doing? This is my detective
work he's ever done was Batman '89.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, because he had Lucius Fox do all his detective work in
right,
The Dark Knight. Lucius. And he had all them screens and shit. Lucius was like, nah, yo, that's spying on people.
Right,
I don't want to do that.
People fucking
Like, just do it, Lucius, please. Like, all right, I'm going to do this, but then I'm going to quit.
This bitch down. This is fucking...
This is a surveillance state.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I want to see what this is going to end up looking like.
I'm very interested.
I really think it might be good.
I think so. I think given Matt Reeves' recent track record and given Pattinson's recent work, I think it's a good chance. I'm interested to see who gets cast as the villains, because that's really going to
kind of like sour on Pattinson.
What's that?
Are people still sour on Robert Pattinson?
I don't think so. I think most people they haven't really seen anything.
Let them just wait
at
this point.
Yeah, I think oh my god, the guy from Twilight has kind of died down. Because it really doesn't work when the dude's got like 15 other movies under his belt. Like, you sound like an idiot because you just don't know any of his work. Like, it's just silly. But I hope that they pick a good Catwoman. I think that's important for the universe going forward. I'm very interested to see the Riddler finally done correctly, because as much as I like Jim Carrey, he was more of a Joker than he was a Riddler. I mean, he was ridiculous. I'd like to see a more dynamic Riddler than just like a fucking jester. Firefly would be kind of cool to see.
Jetpack?
Basically just an arsonist.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to have a jetpack and all that. He's just got to be an arsonist.
Yeah. And then the Penguin. It'll be nice to see that role tried out again.
Without him being a mutant.
Yeah, a lot of people like Batman Returns. I do not.
They have not seen that movie.
That movie is insane.
It's a Tim Burton movie, man.
He went 2 and 11.
Like the motherfucker was eating raw fish. Like
That's not a thing.
Like nah, yo. Like
he just has a.
it's not an actual penguin turned into a man.
Right. Right.
What the fuck?
He was the worst. He was the worst X-Men.
Right.
The Penguin.
He was a Morlock in that movie.
Right. Like the dude had flippers. Like he legitimately had flippers.
Yeah.
Like look, Danny DeVito was putting in work, but it was a bizarre interpretation of the Penguin. Like when you think back to how angry nerds get about like not
Right, different representations of different. Like everyone has automatically decided they are either going to love this Joker or hate this next Joker. Nigga, Danny DeVito's Penguin is nothing like any version of the Penguin I've ever seen, including real penguins.
Right. Like what? Not only that, like there's also like the weird like representation of other races in the older movies where people just didn't have a problem with it. Like,
yeah, Harvey Dent's black.
Yeah, Harvey Dent was fucking
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. Like,
I would have loved to have seen Billy
he was supposed
D. Williams as Two-Face.
He was supposed to. In Batman Triumvirate, he was supposed to be.
Batman what?
Triumvirate. That was supposed to be the third one.
Oh.
But that never came to pass. Because that was supposed to be the one where Superman gets included.
Which Tim Burton was directing that? Mm-hmm. Was it going to be Nicolas Cage?
I would give anything to see
not have
Nicolas
that ever been
Cage Superman, yo.
No.
Holy shit.
No.
He would put on a fucking southern accent because he was from Kansas. He grew up in Kansas. So he would put on an accent. Oh,
weird
fuck yes. His Con Air accent. Yo, that was Superman in Con Air. He had the long hair. He had the bad accent. He was buff as shit. Fucking roundhouse kicking people in jeans. Yo, that was Superman.
With the extra gusset.
Yeah.
I gotta go see my daughter on July 14th. On July 14th, I'm gonna see my daughter.
I gotta go home and feed crypto. Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna see my daddy on July 14th. July 14th is my birthday. On that day, I will see my daddy. Did I mention what day it is? July 14th. July. Jewly 14th.
Jewlie. Yeah, right. That's right, honey. They do. Like,
That was good. That was good.
Oh
that was good. That was very quick. I understand. That was very quick.
I have my moments.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, me too. Holy shit. If Superman was a racist. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the Batman. I'm very interested to see what suit they use. Like, because that really matters. Like,
yeah.
I mean, as much as everybody was like, oh, Ben Affleck, I don't know. Yeah, I saw Ben Affleck in that suit. That first image, people were like, yo, I'm in.
That suit was dope.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman.
And then they put him in one of them fucking sumo suits and just fucking bouncing around.
Yeah.
How they fucked that up, I don't know. Because that was the best part of it. Like, he looked more comic accurate than any Batman on screen. I mean, he just looked great. He really did. So if they can nail the suit, that will cut out 90% of the bullshit. People are like, yo, he looked dope as shit, though. Like, and people will give it a chance. You got to get the suit right. Next up, Apple TV decides to take on BET Plus by putting out its own streaming service, copying BET's clearly their plans. Apple TV will launch after BET Plus for $4.99 a month.
What the fuck is BET doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, support black businesses? No, yo, you can't do that. Yo, you can't come out with BET at $10 a month.
Yo, $10 a month. Yo, Disney Plus is $7. It's $7, and they got all. They don't have the Medea series. That's true. They don't have the Medea plays. That's also true. They have a lot of other things that are pretty quality. I don't know.
Yo,
who's paying? Yo, I want to know who pays $10.
Felt like old black folks, but old black folks don't stream nothing.
Right? They're not gonna. You think my mother know?
Yo, don't let your mom. Don't let your mom
have a Facebook account. She don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, don't let your mom get BET Plus.
I don't
Please
care
don't.
what they do.
Nah, you gotta help your
I don't
mom.
give a fuck what they do.
So you
Hey, we
just-
need a babysitter. Like, I got BET Plus. Fine. Whatever.
I hope you're
I'm
enjoying
trying
it.
to go see Bill Burr next week. Can you watch him?
I gotta buy those tickets right now.
So fucking weird.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they're.
$10. That's insane.
What's
No.
the audience?
Yeah, they're taking advantage is what they're doing.
I don't know.
Taking
Yeah.
advantage of black people's goodwill to support black business.
Yeah.
Look,
Not
I see
me.
right through you, nigga. like, I'm not paying $10 for
Right.
BET Plus. Sir.
Knock it off.
Yeah, Martin. Nigga, Martin comes on BET right now.
It did.
You
It
can't choose
did.
the episode that you want to watch.
Yeah, and then you can.
There are certain episodes I wish I could go to automatically, but I'm still not paying $10 a month.
Yeah,
to
I
do
ain't paying $10 to do it. And the whole last season can just suck a dick.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
terrible.
No, you stay in that room. I'm gonna stay in this room.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
I'll talk to you on the phone.
Right. There's a whole lot of split screen in that last season of Martin.
They hated each other.
Not only that, but he was like on drugs and
Yeah,
shit.
he was wild.
Yeah,
on
man.
super wild. I mean, she had every right to hate that nigga's guts. Like
Yeah.
she did. She did. And her singing career never recovered. Oh, sad. Yeah, $4.99. That's not bad. That's where a streaming service should be. I mean, frankly, we're making fun of BET Plus, though I think this other streaming service I'm going to name is a lot better. Its pricing is too high. HBO is too high.
Yeah, it's way too fucking high.
It's way too
Isn't it
high.
like $15 a month?
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
insane.
that's insane. Yeah, it should be like $8.
$7. I mean, it's HBO.
Right. So, like, I'm willing to pay
There's
a
lot
little
of
bit
shit
more.
on there.
It's
There's
HBO.
good stuff, but like
I'm willing to pay $10 for HBO.
$10.
yeah,
15 is a
crazy.
little nuts. Like,
But
it's a
people
little.
pay it. So yeah, well,
I have it. So, I mean, I'm mad. I'm not that mad. Right? Like,
But then Succession comes on and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I get
but
it.
that's the thing is, there's quality new programming. There's quality new programming on there like all the time.
I'm not
quality
paying-
old
I'm not
program.
paying $10 to watch The Housewives of Atlanta or whatever the fuck they putting on there.
The Housewives of Waldorf.
Yeah, no thank you. Fuck that noise.
Did they have one like on like
No, and
Potomac.
the Potomac.
Yeah. Yeah. You saw how I said answer that shit real quick?
Yeah, did you guys watch that shit?
Because every once in a while I'll
I thought it
spend
was
quality time with my wife. And that's what we do.
yeah.
Watch Housewives of Potomac.
Housewives of the Anacostia River or whatever the fuck nonsense you're watching. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so they did announce that they have several new shows, one of which is called C, starring Jason Momoa on Apple Plus, which we'll talk about the trailer for that later on. And then they have another show called The Morning Show starring Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell.
So you're not getting this?
No, I'm not.
I'm not either, by the way.
The talk is that they said that if you're buying a new iPhone, then you'll get a year's free subscription.
I already paid $15 for a family plan of Apple Music. So if I were to get this, my wife's not going to have Apple Music anymore. So
It's one or the other.
Right. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's not worth it to me. If these shows are really, really good, and there's a bunch of things on here that are really, really good, and I'm like, whoa, I'm really missing out, then maybe down the line, but not right now. Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm looking at this. What the fuck is this? What's going on here? Just Apple
Isn't Steven Spielberg part of this? Like, isn't he doing stuff with Apple
Yeah.
TV?
Yeah, when he's like
The guy who
streaming
said
sucks.
that streaming
ruining
movies is
fucking
terrible.
movies or whatever.
It's ruining the movie business.
Clown.
There was, they just weren't paying him enough. That's all it was. Yeah, so good for them. Let me know how it is. I'm not paying for this. I'm just not, and it's not because I don't think they're going to have good series. I'm just not paying it for another streaming service. Like, I just gave Disney $140 for 3 years, which is a deal, but I just gave them $140.
For how many years?
3 years.
Yeah. Yo, BET Plus is $120 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Well, that's why I got it, because it's like, Netflix is more than Netflix is a
Netflix
year
is already more than
is more than the 3 years of Disney Plus. Look, that's why Disney set it up like that. They were like, and how much was Netflix?
Yeah,
how much can we?
Like $13 a month.
12, yeah, something like $12.99. I think, yeah,
$30 a year. No,
So-
no, that's $30.
yeah, more than that. So
Yeah, it's like 150 or something.
right.
Like that.
So people are like, oh, I can't believe you spend that, but I'm already gonna spend that on Netflix. So it's not. Yo, the fact that I don't have to pay for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be pissed when that $140 or whatever comes streaming out of my account.
I don't think
in
it'll
3
do
years.
that again. I think it'll go
To monthly?
15. Yeah, I think it'll go to monthly after that.
But they are saying
a whole 72 months. Wait, 12 months.
No, but
6 months later.
This was a deal to get.
no, I
people in
know,
on
but
the
they
ground
also
floor.
are going to have a yearly payment too.
I mean,
which I would rather do.
I would rather do that, yo. I'm tired of getting billed once a month.
No, just hit my account.
I gotta play Guess Who with my bank account and shit. Like, I'm tired of that, man. Just let me pay up front. And
the person coming get the bill, are they bald? Yes. Do they wear a baseball cap? Yes. It's Kevin Feige from Disney. Yes. Yeah.
Like, damn all that, man.
Yeah.
Let me pay up front.
Yeah. Here's my $72. Leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone. One shot and I'm done. And I wish that's one thing Netflix would be smart to do, is just to discount the price, but give you a yearly. I mean, like buying software online does that, right? Like you can pay $5 a month, but if you get it for the whole year, we'll give it to you for $50. Like we do for fucking premium content, right? We do the same thing. Just, it's just to incentivize
Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. It's the same shit.
Right. I don't know why Netflix doesn't do that. I guess because they're like, nah, we got your ass.
So like those two services are $10 a month. You get a $60 for a year.
Right.
That knocks half of it off.
Yeah, it literally doesn't.
Like,
if you have the money up front, it literally doesn't make sense for you not to do that. So, yeah, if Netflix did that, I would pay it up front. Yeah, I'd rather just like, boom, done. And, and I'm not some fucking ball or anything, but it's like, I would just rather not have to think about it, like you said, like think about it every month.
Yeah,
like,
just rumple peel that shit.
Set it and forget it.
You're old.
I'm going to put that down. I'm just putting that down as a title because that's really funny.
What, set it and forget it, or Ron Popeil that shit?
Ron Popeil that shit.
Oh, man.
That's funny. And also utterly ridiculous. Next up, the Russo brothers talk about what could bring them back to the MCU. One of the Russos, let's go with Joe, says, I grew up on John Bryan's X-Men run. Ben Grimm was my favorite character growing up. The Thing, and Fantastic Four is now in the Marvel fold. That's a lot. Silver Surfer is an amazing character. Going really big in cosmic would be a lot of fun. So there's a lot of things that would attract us. Quote, I think after you go on a journey that we went on, because there is a comprehensive narrative and an overarching story from Winter Soldier all the way to the end of Endgame that involves Tony and Cap through Civil War, through Infinity War, I think the scale of ambition in storytelling is a bug that bites us, and we're compelled to tell more stories on that scale with the sort of years-long ambition to them. So basically, and I've seen other comments about this, they would like to, arguably, they'd come back for some like big cosmic event, right? Like they would like to do something like that. And they had mentioned Secret Wars as being the thing that could really get them to come back. Secret Wars would be really fucking wild to do on screen.
What, the old one?
Old or new one. I mean, the new one ain't no less fucking insane. It's super crazy.
Yeah, but I would want, I want my man in there.
Of course.
And
they really like Doom. They've mentioned Doom a lot.
I don't even want to think about him. I don't even want to think about it until it comes out.
Can you imagine?
Like I've read some fan theory about, not even, I don't know what it was. It was rumor and conjecture, which is why I didn't want to talk about it here.
Oh, that he's the villain?
That he's not the villain, but the fifth member And look,
it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
But man, like just thinking about it, like
I think it would be super interesting to do a sort of remake of Secret Wars, the new one with God Doom or God Emperor Doom, and like just going full board into that. Yeah. I think if any person would be hyped for that movie, is you.
Come on, yo. Come on.
All white? Do you prefer the green over the white?
I mean, I want to see green first.
But the all white looks dope as shit.
The all white looks, I mean, he looks angelic, for God's sakes.
He looks angelic. He looks like a fucking psycho.
But, yeah, no, that's a long way away, man. You gotta establish.
There's a lot to establish before you do.
Yeah, you gotta establish that guy first, man.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I guess the implication is also like something big with, maybe Silver Surfer and things like that would also maybe bring them back as well. Not a solo Silver Surfer, but if you were doing a long arching story with him or something like that.
I suppose.
Yes. Obviously not as amazing as Doom. Before we get into what the fuck, look, there's a lot of premium content out there. As you're listening to this, there will be a new episode of The Airing of Grievances on the episode called The Maestro. There is an episode of The Men with the Golden Tongues on Mission Impossible 3 that is out with Mike and Brad, which is very, very good listening. And then there's also a new episode of No Time to Bleed is back, where the three of us and Brad sat down and went through the 1997 classic Con Air. So
it was fucking outrageous.
It is. It's super outrageous. So make sure you sign up for premium content. thenerdpocalypse.com/premium. It's $5 a month or $50 for the full year. See, that's how it's done, Netflix. It's not that hard. And you get 2 months for free if you sign up for a year. It's pretty dope. And you can get all the back content. And yes, Brad, it is over 400 hours of premium content, including our weekly political show, Look Forward, which you get the first hour for free if you're not a member in the Look Forward podcast, normal podcast feed. But if you sign up for premium content, you get a 2-hour show every single week. So check that all out, and we will see you guys next week on that. What the fuck brought to you by JTD, Micah?
All right, let me make sure that this isn't some fucking heartbreaking story that
yeah, you piece of shit
that get us to laugh, and then we find out, oh wait, this person is afflicted with something.
Yeah, thanks. That made us really feel terrible.
A Texas hospital's attempt to deter birds has accidentally created a haven for North America's most venomous caterpillar species, whose painful sting has been compared to breaking a bone.
Wow. Wow. That hurt. I've never broken a bone, but it sounds like it hurts when I see people get them broken in UFC.
Nests were put up in the oak trees that line the sidewalks of Texas Medical Center.
Texas.
Oh, yeah, sorry. In Houston to stop birds like
nailed it.
Pigeons, which can carry disease and create a mess from gathering. But by putting the birds off from landing on trees, the insulation created a new problem. With no birds to eat them, the population of bugs, commonly known as asps, exploded. After studying the area for 3 years, researchers found that the caterpillars were 7,300% more abundant on netted trees when compared to those without protection. Also known as something that I can't pronounce, or pus mouth caterpillars.
Nope.
The insects are the most poisonous caterpillars in North America. The creatures are covered in spines linked to a sac filled with poison. If someone brushes up against an asp, the protrusions break off and stick into the skin, releasing venom. After around 5 minutes, the victim will experience an intense throbbing pain, which then spreads. Stings can be accompanied by headaches, vomiting, and nausea, as well as stomach pains, red spots.
I've seen that a lot.
Red spots may appear on the skin, which can remain for up to 5 days. Nah. Takes about 10 minutes before the pain kicks in, and then you might not even realize you've been stung at first. It feels like a broken bone, and then the pain lasts for hours. I was stung on the wrist, and the pain traveled up my arm into my armpit, and in my jaw, I started to feel pain.
No, yeah.
God damn.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, yo.
Nah.
What kind of evolution is that?
Nah, yo.
I'm tired of being stepped on?
Yeah, like, I got something for your ass.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's funny how the birds can eat them motherfuckers, but
Not
wouldn't you think it'd be a bunch of dead birds up there?
Yeah, that's a wild.
But,
That's nope.
Yeah.
Nah, yo.
Gross looking.
Yeah, they look like
Donald Trump's
tribbles
hair.
and shit. Oh, damn. Maybe that's what's wrong with them.
It makes a lot of sense. No, thank you.
He's not turned into butterflies.
No. You want one of these motherfuckers flying around? I don't. Fuck that.
This is nah. I'm good.
Yikes.
I am good.
Terrence, you're up.
Oh, this nigga gets on my goddamn nerves.
JTT.
Like, for real, I just had this up. Man discovers his penis is turning to bone when the doctors x-ray his hips after a fall.
It turned into bone.
It's turning to bone.
What?
Yeah. Man discovers his penis is turning to bone when doctors x-ray his hips after a fall.
What?
Oh my god, yo, the human body is fucking bizarre.
The man was seen by medics after falling in the street. An x-ray check, he hadn't broken a hip. Nope. Broken a hip showed bone tissue forming in his penis, but he walked out of the hospital before doctors could diagnose him or treat him. The penis
Lumpur.
The penis turning to bone. You are both incorrect. The penis turning to bone is exceedingly rare with fewer than 40 reports. You're both wrong. It was in Bronx, New York.
What?
Yeah.
You dead ass, son?
Dead ass B. A man who went into a hospital for a knee x-ray got the shock of his life when doctors discovered his penis was turning to bone. The 63-year-old man...
That's so fucking insane. So, what's the diagnosis? Your dick is turning into bone.
Becoming calcified.
Wow.
The 63-year-old man had taken himself to A&E after he fell over in the street and landed on his behind. So he landed on his coccyx and his...
Thank you. Good job.
And his penis became... okay, despite not hitting his head and being able to get up and keep walking without any help, he was worried that his knee had started hurting. Yeah.
So...
While he was being checked over, doctors x-rayed his pelvis to check there were no broken bones, but found something stranger than they'd bargained for.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Told the man that his bone cells were forming inside his penis. At which point he got up and left the hospital. It was like, yo, your dick is turning to bone. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, right. Why? Yo, what can you do? Yo, that reminds me of one of the all-time great. Like, you guys had, like, sex ed in school?
Yes.
Right? Like, middle school, elementary school, whatever. I remember we had to watch one of these videos, and they were all very uncomfortable. Like, it's super uncomfortable. Why do you get an erection? You're like, hey, please stop talking to me. But there was one, and it was, like, these kids asking, like, a teacher or something questions, and they're just like, I have a question, Mr. Teacher. And the teacher's like, yes, go ahead, little Johnny. And the guy's like, why do sometimes they call an erection a boner? It's like, well, there's no bone actually there. And I will never forget that because I was like, I too had that question. I didn't know. But this guy, the answer is if you fall on your coccyx, it's a fucking wrap for you.
Apparently, the unidentified man who walked with a cane was seen by medics at Lincoln Medical and Mental Health Center in the Bronx area of New York City.
Oh my god! Does he have to like? You got to like bungee cord that thing down, right? Like once it becomes full bone, because you can't just walk around with like seemingly like priapism. Like, and also, how do you pee?
I don't know. They diagnosed him with ossification.
Upside down. You're a fucking asshole.
They got to do a handstand to take a piss. They diagnosed him with ossification, essentially a body part slowly turning into bone.
Isn't that
He
what,
was like
isn't
apparently unhappy with the diagnosis. The man left the hospital and didn't return for treatment or any investigation.
I'm gonna get a second opinion.
Problem. Fuck that. Like,
Not today.
Sir, your penis is turning into bone. Like, nah, fuck that. You lying.
no,
I know
you
you lying.
isn't that what Bernie Mac died of?
I feel like that's not true.
No, not of like of his
Bone
dick.
dick?
Not of his bone
What,
dick.
ossification?
Yeah, like I thought he had that problem with his lungs.
I don't get me lying.
Health problems, illness.
Penile ossification remains a relatively rare condition, being mentioned in very few journals with less than 40 published case reports. It's usually a consequence of Peyronie's disease, in which an internal scarring causes the sex organ to bend sharply in one direction. Yeah, I guess like if it's like healing. Yo, this is uncomfortable. Fuck you, JTD.
Okay, maybe that's
dick
not
turn
what he
into
died.
bone.
He died of some sort of lung thing. I thought I had heard that he died of like basically like his lungs hardening, but guess not. I'm really sad that Bernie Mac died. Still sad about that.
He was the funniest one.
He was. He certainly was. That's
He
why
says this dude is pretty fucked.
yeah.
He's gonna have ED for the rest of his life. Man, he's 60 years old.
Yeah, you just get your fuck on now. It's just fucking it's done.
It's unfortunate.
How the government body plans to produce highly intellectual children
China.
with the help of cows.
India.
Yes. That is correct. All right, I'm gonna try to. I'm about to fuck this all the way up. New Delhi nailed it. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. Relax. The Rashtriya Kamhinu Ayog
Jesus Christ.
is working.
That's just a bunch of fucking letters.
They're
put
just
together.
random words. They don't make any
Come on
sense.
now.
You're lying to us. Is working with the Ministry of Ayush to produce. I stopped in my fucking tracks. Like, whoa, hold on.
Gavia?
Yeah, Panchgavia. That's probably right. Drug using cow urine and dung. That it says will help develop highly intellectual children. I don't believe you. The drug will be made of cow urine, dung, milk, ghee, and curd. The commission's chairman told.
Come on, yo.
Yo, this is fake. Yo, look, if I had to show you my father-in-law who's upstairs actually, like his full name, yeah, you'd be like, yo, this is super wild. Like, it's mad long. It's super long.
Yo, what?
That's the reason. Is the reason why he goes by the name he goes by. Like, just easy
How
for
do
you.
you say this word? How do you say this name? Man? Vala.
Valahab. It's probably Valabhai, or it's probably Valabhai. That second B is probably
Yo,
Silent.
what the fuck?
that first. Excuse me, that first H. That first H.
B is silent.
No, the H. That first H is probably silent. Bahai.
Look, if you just say it fast enough,
They be like, you got it. You nailed it.
that's it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so they're trying to get people to. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, there's a word I recognize. Okay, Shastras and Ayurveda texts say that if a pregnant woman consumes the drug, they may produce smart, highly intellectual, and healthy children.
So you're trying to tell me if the mother eats cow shit, the baby's gonna be okay? Super smart?
Yo, she was smart enough not to eat cow
Not
shit.
to eat cow excrement, man. What the fuck? Like, they just got a lot of shit over there that they got to get rid of, and they don't know how to do it. So this is the solution. The fool dummies into thinking that they can have smarter children. Like, this is messed up, yo. This is real fucked up.
Look, this is super wild. Yeah, I mean, Ayurvedic medicine is it's suspect at best.
Medicine.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like if you think of it of like sort of like holistic medicine, is what Ayurvedic
cow
is.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's not all involving dung, but yeah, this is pretty bad. So yeah, no, this will help you get real smart. Never tell. So I think I may have told this before, but to new listeners, I'll tell the first milk story again. I told you guys this one, right? So when you go to India, like one of the things that is like a big deal, like if you're first time visiting or it's like a special occasion or something, they give you something if they have it called first milk, which is the milk that is produced from the cow right after they give birth, which is not like the regular milk because it's like very chunky and like, yeah, it's kind of disgusting, right? But it's considered like a really nice thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So my wife, who was born here but has family back there, she went to India when she was younger, and they're like, "Oh, you haven't been in a long time. Congratulations, coming back or whatever." And they're like, they went to see my father-in-law took my wife and her mother at the time to this like artist. Because my wife's an artist, and they took her to meet this artist, and they were like, "Oh, thank you for coming to our house," or whatever, and they just felt really nice. They were like, "We have some first milk. You should have some." And my wife had been forced to drink some at another place earlier, and she was like, "Nah, I'm good." But you can't really refuse it. So she's not exactly "Nah, I'm good." She was like, "Nah, I'm good," and just like passed it to her mom. Or no, excuse me, that's a lie. Her mom passed it to her. It was like, I had some earlier. It was like, wow, there you go, in front of these people. And she was forced to drink it. She was like, it was the most disgusting thing she's ever fucking had. So, and she's really smart. But she's
shakes, yeah. I can imagine them offering me that shit. Here's the first milk. Like, fuck you. Like, no.
But in fairness, my wife is very, very smart. So maybe there's something to it. I don't know. I remain ignorant and dumb. Like, I don't want to
be a dummy.
Like, I've had milk.
Yeah, well.
I've had ghee.
Have you had dung?
I've had milk. I've had ghee. I'm not eating dung, I'm not.
Shit.
I'm not.
I'm not eating something that a cow's body rejected, yo. Like, I'm not. The cow's body was like, nah, we don't need this.
I mean, technically, isn't that what milk is?
I guess.
Not really. Because you got
that's a certain type of.
You got to get that out.
Yeah,
like the cow just be like, nah, I don't want that.
You got to milk the cow.
Yeah, you got to milk the cow. You don't have to make the cow take a shit.
You
does that all his own.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Like, can you milk me?
That's what I was trying to set it up for you.
Yo, that's one of the funniest movies.
I was trying to set it up. Trailers this week, and then we're gonna get out of here. Jason Momoa stars in Apple TV's first exclusive series called C, about a time in the future where everyone goes back to dressing like Game of Thrones characters, and everyone is blind.
It really does look like Khal Drogo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's really leaning into that sort of typecasting, and that's fine, because he's good at it. And so this is a world where nobody can see, and the talk of people being able to see is almost that of a myth from, long ago. And Jason Momoa and I guess his wife have 2 children who are now able to see. And so they're trying to protect them against other people. My only question about this series, how do blind people know that babies can see?
Yeah, how do they know the children can see?
Yeah, how do they know they're not just lying?
They ain't saying shit.
Like, they're not grown up. They're not like, yo, there's an eagle over there. Like, they're babies.
They were like kids that have grown.
Not unless they go
not in the beginning.
Like, their children were born, and then like the next episode, they're fucking kids. Like they're like 8 years old.
I mean, that shows you how much I paid attention to this trailer, guys.
I mean, it looks shot. Really, it's shot well.
Yeah, I think it is shot well. I mean, it looks like they're taking it pretty serious. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what it is. Again, I'm not getting Apple Plus.
But you that interested?
No, I don't like the fact that it says from the at one point it says from the creators of Peaky Blinders. I just think that's just kind of ironic.
That's a funny ass name. Yeah. Like, it just is. Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's a show, right? What the fuck is that?
It's a show that takes place in like the 1920s or something like that about gangs. Apparently, it's really, really good. I tried to watch the first episode. I couldn't get into
Who
it.
was in it? Was it what's his name from
Cillian Murphy.
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. The guy from Boiler Room. What's his name?
Vin Diesel?
No, the other one.
Giovanni
Mark
Ribisi?
Vincent?
I thought Giovanni Ribisi was in Peaky Blinders. He's not?
No, you're thinking of Sneaky Pete.
What the fuck ever?
Sneaky
Which apparently is also very,
Peaky
very good.
Blinders, like, it's the same shit.
Sneaky Blinders. So are you guys excited for this?
I don't.
Can't
I'm not gonna have Apple
say
TV.
You don't want to see blind people walking around?
I don't
all the time?
see myself
No.
watching this movie.
I thought, considering your affinity for the blind.
Oh, that wasn't you? Which one were you?
No, that was
No,
him.
that's
Or
me.
you don't want to like blind
I
women?
like the way blind women look.
Who were you?
Fuck, I'm gonna look at Jason Momoa.
Deaf woman.
Right.
Just that one deaf actress who was on The West Wing. I found her very attractive. I just did. I did. I don't know. There was something about her. I just totally dug it. She's actually a good actress too. Yeah, I don't think I care.
No.
Nah, I don't really give a fuck.
So we'll see. Is it that you don't care because of the subject matter, or you don't care because you're not getting Apple Plus?
Part of it is
Like if this was like if this was on Netflix, would you watch it?
I would check it out just to see how the fuck they know these little kids can see.
That's like it's really
that's fucking weird.
I mean,
man.
it's really the crux of the issue, isn't
Yeah,
it?
how do they know these niggas can see? They can't talk.
Yeah.
Who can see their eyes and tell that they're not fucking blind? If you blind.
Yeah. This is Purge levels of paradox that I just
No, I don't. I feel like the
abide.
Purge is
cannot
pretty
abide.
solidly in logic compared to a blind
How did the
person
woman
telling.
give birth? What blind doctor helped her give birth?
I mean,
I don't trust you.
can
You just feel
naturally-
around. You just feel around.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Do they all have like sonar?
Women have given
Like
birth
bats.
before. Like
Just
just
blind women have given birth, but like
Not blind doctors giving
birth to
No, I'm saying
you
the
let
woman-
your-
I'm saying
you
the
let your
woman would
son
just
be
be like,
delivered.
bam.
You let your son be delivered by a blind doctor?
No.
No, I'll catch the baby. Don't worry. Like, wait, what?
fucked up.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, it's a consideration. You should think about it, or don't, because blood will shoot out of your face. All right, that's it for us. I guess we will see you next week. Sorry.
Really?
See ya.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.